everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Two Poly Chicks with Cindy and Tiffany. And I am fangirling, smiling, trying not to, because I have my favorite, well, we have our favorite YouTuber on here today, SoulfulT, Miss Tanya Waller. Miss Tanya Waller is the mother of 6 boys, and she also has a stepdaughter, and she has 5 grandchildren, and she was 14 years in the government of District of Columbia, Washington, D.C., but she's now an entrepreneur, a YouTube creator, an author of cookbooks, and she has her products, her flour. Oh my God, you guys, the flour. So the flour is the bomb, and she is just happy, happy living life. So I'm so excited today to have you with us today. And like I was saying before, when I made a mistake and didn't record, good spirits, no good spirits. Miss Tanya Waller, you have a great spirit. I follow you. I rock with you. I've been watching you for a long time. I think you are an awesome person. I want to thank you for coming on today.
You're welcome.
So, with all of that being said, tell us about the boss lady busy life. What's a day in your life?
Oh wow, so I record on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I have a new segment now on Monday evenings, my movie review, in which that's something that I was very interested in. And my soul squads, that's what I call my YouTubers. They really encouraged me to do that. I am having so much fun doing that on Monday. But if I'm not working, I'm just chilling, looking at TV, playing with my granddaughters, and yelling at my family. That's what I do every day. Yes, that's it.
You have a busy life, because those two little girls are something else, man. Sahara and Anais are a mess.
They a whole lot, man. I love them so much. You know, you mentioned before, I do have a stepdaughter, and I had 3 other grandchildren that I unfortunately don't see that much because they do live in North Carolina. But the ones that I do have here, oh my God, my granddaughters, they are a handful. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Man, they get on your recordings, they talk to you. They don't let you talk. They be like, Grandma, just talking. I be like, oh my gosh, you're so patient
just
with
filling the scenes.
That's
what filling the scenes. That's it. Oh my gosh. But with all that busyness, with all the kids, grandkids, it sounds like you have, well, like we said, a very, very busy life. So how do you balance it all? I know me having 2 boys in the house, well, a young man and a young boy in the house, working, trying to doing, not saying, I shouldn't say trying, doing our YouTube channel. It is exhausting. So how do you balance it all? Like, what do you do to get on a schedule? What do you do? How do you balance all that busyness?
Well, and one thing helps for me is that everybody plays a part, and that my family is very supportive. You know, I have a team of people that I work with, and they're not outsiders. You know, why bring in someone else when you have, I have like a whole bunch of people around me every day. You know, everybody have a task that they do. My son, Deron, AKA Fufu, he's my cameraman. You know, Brandon used to be my cameraman when I very first got started, but, you know, he was blessed with a job opportunity. So, you know, he went that way. And so my editor stepped up, and, you know, he does my editing, he does my recording. Without him, it would not be a SoulfulT. And so he plays a very important part of that. You got Jackson, who just does everything for me. You know, make sure I got this name. I can just yell his name in the wind, and he'd be like, yes,
just
Mom.
like he did just 3 minutes ago. Be pre-taping. Jackson. So
all she gonna say, Jackson,
yeah. You know, so you know how true it is. You know, you guys got to witness that. And it's just everybody in my household, even down to my flour, to manufacturing the flour, and bringing in the sales and mixing and packing. Everybody plays a part, so I'm not in it alone. If I was in it by myself, I think I would be stir crazy. But since the whole family participates, you know, it runs really smooth and easy.
Oh, nice. It's a family affair. It's something. Yeah. And I know, Cindy, you said she has 6 boys, right? Is it 6 boys? Or?
Yes.
6 boys and
it's wait, let me see if I get it right. It's Michael, Deron, Brandon, Josh Joshua, Andrew, and Jackson.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm such a fan. I'm such a fan.
Wait,
I remember when you did your first video.
You remember their names, but SoulfulT, do you remember their names all the time?
No, I do not, and I gave birth to them. And
I know,
you know who I'm talking about.
Whichever one is right there. That's who I'm talking to.
Oh yeah,
because they're so involved in your life, and I'm a big family. I have 3 boys. Well, they're not boys. 2 are grown. Like 2 are in the ages of like Brandon, like third in. My oldest is 30. He's gonna be 31. And then my next one is gonna be 31. Yeah, so my next one's gonna be 26 soon. And then Daniel, that's the one I call all the time. Daniel. So he's 13. So that's why when you call Jackson, I know because I be saying Daniel all the time. My family say, "All you do is call Daniel. All you do is call Daniel."
For some reason, his name is like the only name that comes out my mouth when I need something. Yeah, it's just like I don't do it on purpose. It's just like a natural thing. It's just like Jackson.
He's the most responsible, and it's an easy name to roll off the tongue. That's what it is.
Yeah, and he's the youngest. He's the youngest. So
yes, he's 16, and he tells me every day, "Mom, when I turn 18, you gonna miss me." I said, "Where you going? Where you going?"
Now, see, that was my oldest. My oldest used to always tell me, especially when he get in trouble, "I can't wait till I turn 18." And I was going, and I would be like, And now he's 30, and I can't even get rid of him. You know? Yeah. So what brings me to our other point we wanted to talk about is the challenges with specifically raising boys.
Oh yes.
You did it 6 times. I struggled with 3 times. And I did it as a single parent. Tiffany had 2. So between us, we have 11 boys on the screen right now.
Right.
And I struggled, and I was a single parent too. So I know the struggles of that. So, and I remember at one point, it was a long time ago. Thank God, SoulfulT, it was so long ago. You were having trouble, I think, with Andrew. Was it Andrew?
Yes.
Andrew. And I was like, that's gone. And I got an Andrew right now.
Oh, okay.
So I want to know how you dealt with that. And it seems like y'all relationship is so much stronger and tighter now. So how did you deal with all of that? And I know people tell you maybe you got mama's boys, but I love it. How do you tell me about that? Tell me about that.
You know, first of all, it was so surprising because 1 out of 6, you know, everybody couldn't be perfect. I'm not saying they all perfect, but you know, everybody was in line doing what they supposed to do. And here come Andrew, just want to do him. And he just took me from, I didn't give up on him. You know, I made a point not to give up on him because this is when he needed my support the most. You know, we tend to like, you know, I'm fed up, I'm tired, you just got to go. I didn't want to be that parent to say, look, if you don't get together, you just got to walk out the door. But at the end of the day, if I would have said that, who would have been there for him? Because no one treats you the way your family do, the way your mom do. And that would have made him go downhill even more. I just stayed on him. You know, I sat and I talked to him, asked what he wanted to do, even tried some of the things that he wanted to do. And whether or not he failed at it or he succeeded at it, he'll know that I'll allow him to give him that chance. But I just stayed on him. And then at the end, when I decided to put him into this Maya Angelou Child School, the staff, the teachers, the counselors, the principal, I mean, they were my biggest support when it came to Andrew. For some reason, I'm not gonna say he listened more to them. I think that it made him realize what I was saying. I just wasn't the only one. If I'm saying it and everyone else around him saying it, he has to believe that, you know, it's true. I got to do things. I got to get myself together. And in school, he had I believe his counselor was a male, and that was a strong role model for him to look up to, because I talked to his counselor on the phone plenty of times. He was like, well, I sit and I talk to Andrew. He's very intelligent. I like the way he talks. He articulates well. You know, and so I think a combination of me and them and just him determined at this point, okay, I'm going to do right. It all came together, but thank God. Because sometimes I was in my head, I could visualize me just taking my foot, just get out. I don't need it. I'm tired. But reality did not let me do that. And I stuck by him, and, you know, he's still a handful, but he got out of school. He's trying to find his way, you know, whether or not he want to do military or he want to do the police force. He did an application for Metropolitan MPD, and so that is such a long process, and so we're waiting on that. And then also he attempted 3 times to take the military test for the reserve, and each time, unfortunately, he kept coming out missing by 1, missing by 2. But he's been studying hard, and so now he's ready to take that test. So I'm really not afraid for him anymore. I think he has his head on what direction that he want to go to. So anything he do, I'm just here to support him.
I like that. I like that. I like what you said, because one, I think it takes a village to raise children. It takes a village, and that village that was around you, they were supportive. The schools, and one thing Cindy and I always talk about is we need more males in the school district, in the school system, and it's a lack of male role models. And not saying that that's where the only place you would get your role models, but we need those the role models in the schools, and that makes a difference. So that village that you had around you was helpful, and not giving up on your kids, even when it's the hardest of
it was hard too.
It's like I can only imagine.
It was hard to watch. It was, and I at that point, it was hard to watch. At that point, Daniel that was about 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So Daniel was like 7, so I wasn't going through it. But now he's 13. And I tell you, I'm now in counseling with him, just trying, like you said, not giving up. There's times when I tell him, you gotta go. Like, I was laughing at one of your videos. You said something like, you pointed to the door and you was expecting them to be mad.
Yes, I did that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I bust out laughing so hard because I did the same thing with my 2. I was like, and here's the door, and here's the door. Because if you don't like it, but he's 13, so I can't really say, and here's the door. So I like that you said don't give up, because there are days when I want to give up. There are days when I want to give up on him. Even now, he's 13, and I keep telling myself, is this a phase, or is this, is this going to be permanent? Is this who you are, or is this just your little hormonal phase? And so it was watching that with Andrew. It encouraged me now, because I see that I saw he was struggling with his tests and stuff, but at least he's trying to do, and he's got you in his corner. So it makes me stick. It makes me stick around. Thank you for sharing that life with us.
Oh, you're welcome.
Sharing your life with us makes us realize that humanity is out there struggling, and people people be putting up videos of things that look all great, and you always put up videos, they don't always look great. And it's like, okay, human.
It's not everyday life. That's like one thing I always say about YouTube is that you gotta be you. I mean, if you come on here and you're not sincere and you just not being who you are, people will see right through that. And people will see right through that, be like, oh, I don't like her, she being phony. So I just be me. I am who I am on camera and off camera. I may cuss a little bit more off camera, but that's who I am.
No, you definitely show who you are.
I was gonna say, when you're yourself, you never have to remember which face to put on. So that's the best way to be.
True.
That's you never have to remember, who am I today? Nope, I'm me.
So I know you shared a lot about your health stuff. You took us to the doctors. I was with you, all those things, but I was there when you went to the doctors, and then now your mother's struggling, and now you just had a recent diagnosis of diabetes, and I know you always talk about your blood pressure. And I want to know some of the things that you've learned because I see you change your diet. You'll try like intermittent fasting, you try keto, now you said, okay, no beef. We're going to, you try different things. So what lessons have you learned, even for us as women of color and of people of color? What lessons do you have, or things maybe that you've learned and discovered? Because I'll tell you this, I struggled with high blood pressure for a lot of years, way before I even knew that I had it. And it took me 3 years to get it under wraps. And I do have a book on it. And it just took a long time to get it under wraps. And so there's a lot of things that I learned, things that I didn't know. So I want to know from you, what things do you know? And what things did you learn from those challenges, from your challenges?
Well, I'm still learning. I haven't got it down packed yet. Every day I still struggle on, should I eat this or shouldn't I eat that? Some days I feel like I'm starving myself. Some days I eat one time a day because when at the beginning I was so afraid to eat. Once I got diagnosed and everything I went through the last month and a half with the being sick, diagnosed with the diabetes, and my pressure was up, I was so afraid to eat food. It took me almost 3 weeks to realize that you have to eat something. But everything I had, it was just like, nope, I can't eat this. Nope, I can't eat that. And I was at this point where I was afraid to eat. I even told my doctor, I told my friends, I was telling my family, I was telling my boys in the house, they would come to me, did you eat today? No. Why? I don't know what to eat. I'm afraid to put something in my mouth because I don't want it to trigger the sugar or trigger my high blood pressure. But I'm doing a lot better now. Some days I still only eat one time a day because that's by choice, because sometimes I get up and I do be so busy. And before I realize it, it's like 3:30, 2 o'clock or something like that. And I'd be like, oh my God, I haven't eaten, but I have taken my medication that morning. So I'm still struggling. I'm still learning. I'm fighting vegetables, okay? Is not my friend. Me and vegetables are in a war. But I try to I don't know. It's just every day I actually research. And one thing I love about YouTube, being a YouTube creator, there are other YouTube creators out here who knows about being a diabetic and who knows what type of foods to eat. So I just get on YouTube and I listen and I look and I learn and I take some of the recipes that I haven't even shared on my channel because I need to know how to do them first. And I make the food and then I portion everything down. If I decide I still want to eat some of this, I portion it down to a smaller amount. And I'm in a war with vegetables. I'm in a war with bread.
Oh man.
I'm in a war with bread, okay?
Is there a specific vegetable that you like? Because I love broccoli, and that whenever I need to eat vegetables, it's either broccoli or spinach, and those are just my go-to. So if you have one go-to, I would say just go to that.
It's spinach. Actually, it's raw. I don't like cooked spinach, but I've been eating spinach way before I even got diagnosed. That was my substitute for lettuce. You know.
Okay.
I use that for a lettuce substitute. So my go-to veggie is spinach. That's all I eat. I can't say I don't like vegetables. I don't like carrots. I don't like.
You don't like onions. You always say I don't like onions.
No onions.
No onions.
Yeah. It's so hard for me to eat because a lot of things I do not like, and sometimes I always question how the heck I get this way because I don't eat. It's a lot of things I do not eat, but I guess the things that I like, I ate too much of. You know.
Yeah. For you, if it's bread, for me, it's rice. I'm a Geechee girl. We from this. For me, it was rice. I just love rice, and it was hard when the doctor a few years ago told me I was pre-diabetic because my mother's diabetic, my father was diabetic, and I was pre-diabetic, and a couple of my sisters and one of my sons. So I had to, like you, I got really scared to eat. So, and even now sometimes I remember at one point when I first my blood pressure was so high, I was like you, I was scared to eat. So I took all the salt out of my diet. And I would wake up in the middle of the night with cramps because I didn't know that salt, you need some amount of salt in your body for it to balance the water in your diet.
Okay.
So I was getting a lot of cramps and I didn't know why. I was waking up every night with these cramp, bad Charlie horses. And then I talked to my cousin and he was like, you're not getting enough salt. And I was like, well, I don't want no salt.
Like, I don't need salt.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want salt. And he was like, you got to have some salt in your diet because you need it. You don't need sugar. You don't have to have any sugar in your diet.
Right.
But you can have salt. You have to have salt. So it just took me, like you said, a lot of trying, a lot of, and it was scary because you don't want medicine. You don't want to be in the hospital. And I know you were in the hospital. You were hospitalized.
Twice.
Oh, man.
Within that month and a half. And I was like, because even the emergency room doctor, they was like, honey, you got to eat. I say, I know, but I say, I'm so afraid. I mean, I literally was really, really afraid to eat anything because I just saw my life flashing before me, so anything I put in my mouth just not good. I feel different now because it's been some weeks, but at the beginning when I'm learning this whole thing new, learn that what I did to my body is my fault. And, you know, it was a hard pill to swallow because, honey, macaroni and cheese and fried chicken was everything.
Your famous macaroni and cheese video.
Yeah.
You got that famous video. It is.
I was gonna say I'm gonna try some of that tonight. Try to make it. It's just it's Super Bowl Sunday. We're taping on Super Bowl Sunday. So I'm gonna try some of that macaroni and cheese.
I hope you love it.
Yeah, you got some great food videos. So I know, and you got a lot of
But
boys.
I do have a question about, like, when you're making changes or when you're doing new things. How do you deal with people that are discouraging you from trying new things or from starting something that you aren't used to starting, like you said, with the eating habits, or even with your show or changing your show? How do you deal with people that are discouraging, or also known as the haters? How do you deal with the haters that come to you?
And so if you're talking outside my family, I ignore them, because at the end of the day, nobody pay my bills for me. So any changes that I make on my channel, you know, I think that I have the right to. It's my channel. But when I tell people, though, when I'm about to make a change, I tell people, I know you came on for the food, but it's expensive to do food all the time. And so I'm about to start blogging. And when I tell people, if you get a notification and you see it's not what you're here for, don't hate the video. You just don't watch it. Who will watch something that they don't like? So if you're here for the food and you get a notification, only watch the food. So, because if I'm in a grocery store, if I'm vlogging, if I'm having fun with my friends and my family, and if you're not here for it, why leave such a rude comment or dislike the video? You see, my channel is collected. I'm trying to do different things. I didn't leave the food. I just went down to 2 food videos a week. So if you see a live or a vlog or anything else that's not food, I say don't watch it. Wait until food pop up, and then everybody is hot, you know? So at this point, at the beginning, it was hard. I cried. I contemplated leaving YouTube. I got tired of, you know, the name calling and this and that. But I had it like my son, that's what my son told me, Mom, they called trolls. And then one day I heard a radio station saying that people only talk about people who are successful. If you're not successful in life, they're not going to talk about you. So I took that as a win. I took that as a win. Okay, my YouTube must be successful because I got haters. You know, success, with success come haters. And so if you got haters, welcome them, because that's letting you know, that's encouraging you that you're doing something right.
Let the haters be the motivators. That's what we should say.
Be my motivator. Girl, let me put that on a t-shirt.
Let me tell you, so I used to read the comments on your channel. They used to be a mess. A mess. I don't see it anymore, to be honest. But I noticed you got like moderators now on your lives and even in the comment section. But I always thought was really wonderful with you didn't go back hate for hate. You didn't go and attack. You either ignore it or be like, thank you, and just move on from it. But that's really, really, really hard. I mean, for a lot of us, that's hard to do. When somebody says something to you, I'm from Brooklyn, so you say something to me, I'm ready to fight. You know, so no. And then
I was ready to fight too.
Yeah, but you're so pleasant. Yeah, but you would just handle it so. You would handle it so uniquely, and your Soul Squad, let me tell you, them some faithful people there, and I'm one of them. They faithful. They will go after a whole bunch of them. And I would call my sister, I'd be like, you should see what this one said and how the other one responded, and we talking and we be laughing, reading the comments, because your Soul Squad, they attack back. They attack back.
She has them sending for her. It's like, I don't have to snap back. I don't have to clap back.
And that's why sometimes I don't snap back, because I ain't got to say nothing. I will read the comment and I will heart it. But right behind me, here comes a Soul Squad. They done said it all. My job is easy.
But you know, SoulfulT, sometimes when I seen that you hearted the comment, I'll be saying, did she read that comment? Because it would be like something nasty, and then you would just put a little heart. And I used to be like, I wonder if she read it. So
because they're watching and they're spending their time commenting on your stuff. Like, hey, keep it coming. I like it.
So
I'm letting them know that they're not bothering me. You know,
Yeah.
That's why I'm making a point to really heart the haters. I'm letting them know, okay, because everybody's entitled to opinion. I may not be everybody cup of tea.
Right.
So I heart it to let them know I read it. And okay, it's you. Love.
That's what we said about this show, because this is Poly Chicks. We do talk a lot about things going on in politics. But we realize that's not for everybody.
It's not.
So whoever's gonna watch it is gonna watch it. We having fun. We sit and talk. It's a conversation. It's not a political show where we're talking all these things. But we just like, it's just because what we like. It's what we like. And like you always say, do what you do. You know, you do what you like. But I want to know from you, how did you build that confidence to really share yourself the way? Because I've seen you with bonnets. I've seen you with taking off your wig. I've seen you and I mean, you just be like doing the most. So you be doing the most. And I just be laughing because I don't have that. And I feel myself confident, but I don't think I have it to like just go raw. You be just talking about everything and just doing. How do you build that? How did you build that?
I don't know. I can't even answer that question. It's just it's me. I don't know. God gave me faith. You know, I don't go to church, but I do believe, you know, and I have my prayers, and I have, and, you know, and, I just do me. It's who I am for real. Like I said, like, which one is Tiffany?
Me.
And like Tiffany said, you don't want to be able, you want to have the same face every day. I don't want to think about, oh, so what did I say yesterday? I need to stick to it. And you get confused, or somebody check you up in something. I think it's best just to be who you are. And there's something going on with me in the moment, and I get so much love, more positivity than hate. I just let it roll. And then sometimes I think about, I'm not the only person going through something. You know, I may could do something with somebody or encourage somebody to, you know, to be there, to be them real selves. So I don't know. It just happens. You know?
Yeah, because you ain't the only one that look like that in the bonnet, but you're the only one gutsy enough to put it on and be on TV, because we all look like, before I got on the camera, I had to do something, you know, and it's so funny. So when you do it, I just admire it, because I think it's such a, even when you share about like your mother, the troubles, the challenges that you had with your mother, your relationship, I had troubles, and I still sometimes have that. Me and my mother, she lives with us in the house. And you know that situation, and so we can go.
Yes.
Sometimes I go and complain to my sister, and be like, "She's such a, you know,
don't watch your mouth."
I know, and I'm gonna show her this video, and she gonna be like, "We go at it." But you show it, and you show your mother, you show your family, but your family just look like my family. It really does. It look just like my family.
Me and my relationship was like, it was hard. Because, you know, I had told videos, my mom gave permission that, you know, my mom was on drugs for a long, long time. And living with her and her going through that journey of being on drugs and doing the things that she was doing, you know, I have on the couch videos with her on there talking about how she used to sneak in my room and crawl on the floor and steal money from me. And I mean, it's a whole lot, but we have came a long way. And even though we're on a better path with each other, we still bump heads, because she come over and she'll stay a week or two, and then she think it's her home and want to control. But we bump it now. It's more in a pleasant way, in a joking way, versus the way it used to be. You know, like, is this really my mom? If you're gonna say something to me, I'm gonna say it back to you. You know, it was lack of respect for each other back then, because what she was going through, and it angered me and my sister. So when she came off negative, you know, we kind of lost the respect that you, my mom. I feel like if you're gonna come at me like this, I'm gonna come at you like you're a stranger on the street. I can't give you that respect, because you're not giving it to me. But we have grown. We have grown so much. And right now, I love my mom to death. I always love her to death. She could be wrong in anybody else's eyes. And I can know she's wrong, but I ain't going to admit to it in front of nobody.
Yeah, but we all have mother stuff, especially Black mothers. Black mothers are different than other mothers. So we got Black mothers.
Yes, and so we're good now. Right now, we good. She's going through something. Me and my sister, we there for her, you know, to be her support, the family. But yeah, like I said, we good. Sometimes you gotta go through the rough spots to get to the joy, and so we're in our joy right now.
that shapes it. Yeah, that shapes your life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
So what I want to know about, this is something, your dating scene. Now I'm single for a long time too, so I get you, girl. I get you, girl. And then I did have my past relationship was abusive, and I felt guilty afterwards with my kids because it really affected them.
Yeah.
So I understand when you talked about that with you, and how your son said you ain't dating nobody, ain't nobody coming over here. You got grown men. You know, so I know that's, but you know, congratulations to your son that got married. So you got rid of one.
You.
Congratulations, Michael, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
And Aissa's daddy.
Yes. Go ahead, girl.
I'm a fangirl. So congratulations. And I know Brandon left. So you got 3 now that's gonna be policing you. How you gonna deal with dating? How you gonna deal with dating? So
well, first of all, I feel protected. Because any man come, he better come right. Because, you know, I got this whole backup right here. But I don't know. I do want to date. It's been a while. You know, when I say it's been a while, I'm like 4 years, going on 5 years. It's been a while. I haven't, you know, and right now it's hard to get prospects because everything that I'm going through as far as being an entrepreneur, trying to build a business, trying to be a boss. And now it's a trust issue with income because I don't want a person to look at me like, oh, she got this, she got that. Oh, you know, you got to come with your own job, with your own roof, with your own car. Because I did try to do dating app, and at the end of the day had weeks of conversations, and then, oh, can I get this money? Because I'm in so-and-so, and I cut that quick. You, honey, one thing I am not going to get nobody my coins. You did not hook up with a sugar mama. And if you did, you still was not getting my coins. And so I dropped that conversation real quick. I am not available. I am not, what's the thing? Low self-esteem. I have no low self-esteem about myself. So I am not the one that after a couple of weeks, you think you're going to ask me for some money. If I ain't get birth to you, you ain't getting none of it.
Wow. You have to weed them out. That's the thing. You have to weed out who's real, and you know it. Like we keep saying, you know the people that are real and the people that are not. And if you're asking for something and we're not even in a relationship yet, then no, that's not even the start of anything to me.
I mean, where they do that at?
I do want to date. Because I miss a lot of aspects of dating, but I want to be careful. But yeah, I want to date. I most definitely want to date. I'm out here. I'm ready to mingle.
Yeah. And you loving life now, and you getting freer and freer by the day. You getting rid of one child after another. It's time.
Yeah, one child after another. Yeah,
it's time to.
We have a few more years for that. I have maybe 10 more years, 12 more years. You have maybe 6 or 7 more years.
Jackson is 16 now, right?
Jackson is 16. He's the youngest, so yeah.
Oh man. So I have a separate question completely off topic about what you do. And I know you say you keep politics off of your channel. And the way we feel, or the way we think, is that politics is everywhere. Politics is even when you come onto YouTube, you have a certain amount of followers, and then you get this. It's politics surrounding everything. So how do you keep it off of your channel, or how do you keep from speaking about politics just in general, or you know, the politics surrounding, let's say, your YouTube channel, or your flower business, or any of the things that you're involved in? How do you keep politics out of it?
She always say that. Somebody always calling her. No, somebody always call you.
And it just happened, didn't it?
Somebody always calling you. Somebody always calling you. It's okay.
And that was my sister, New Life Journey,
who I watch her too, but my goodness, now
Tia. She must be taping or live, so let me call.
Yeah, Tia always calls. She always calls.
I call you later, sister.
Oh, man.
Hey, Jackson, could you call your aunt and tell her I'm in an interview, and I'll call her later?
Yes, Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson, tell Tia. Okay. Love you, Tia. Hi, Tia.
Yes. So, politics. When it comes to, like, when you say politics of my channel. It depends on what the subject is. You know, I do talk about politics just every now and then to let people know I know what's going on. You know, like the whole Trump, Biden, and the president, you know, encourage people, you know, to go vote, you know, little things like that. But to get into like real details and stuff, I'm just not comfortable because it starts a rift.
Yes.
You know, it starts a rift on the channel. And one thing I always say about my channel is positivity and good vibes. Every now and then, I don't mind speaking out on certain things. If I see that there's a need to, it's my channel, I would do it. But when I see, you know, it go left or something, I'll pull it back in and say, hey, we're not here for that. Let's move on to something else. But I don't mind talking politics. I just don't do it all the time.
That's what I was going to. It's very polarizing. I mean, Cindy, we're poly chicks, and we sometimes get tired of talking about it. Like we'll battle back and forth, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to do this. I'm going to stop and talk about something fun or something different. And like I said, we both feel that politics isn't everything. It's just everywhere. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty of it all, it's like sometimes you're just like, it's very polarizing right now. Like everybody has their side. So it's either you with me or you against me. That's the way they feel. And then it's just like, it gets messy. So I understand that completely. And we all want to have a space where we can go to just enjoy, love, laugh, and just enjoy and have some fun. So I understand that completely. But I did have one other question about how, and I think you kind of touched on it, about how you arrange your self-care. Like what do you do for your downtime, if you have downtime? I don't even know if you have
your alone time, your downtime. Yeah.
Well, lately, since I haven't been doing my flower lately, you know, we haven't sold the flower maybe a month and a half, almost 2 months. I have really got more downtown. Wait a minute. Y'all know I'm that first, right?
Downtown. I'm here for you.
You went downtown.
More downtime for myself. I have a lot more of that because we're not in the process of producing the flower right now. So, you know, I just look at more TV. I have always been a TV person my whole life. And now that I started to accept it, now that I'm watching TV, so I feel like it's a job. At first, when I was looking at shows and everything, I still enjoy them. But now I started this new segment. It's like, oh, girl, you better go look at this or write this down. But you know what? I love it. My downtime is TV. You know, it's not my family, it's my television. I sit, even if I wasn't doing the movie reviews, I watch a lot of Netflix, Hulu. And that's how I'd always be able to give people suggestions about shows. And my sister would tell you, I've been looking at television my whole life. That's been my thing.
What's your favorite show on Netflix right now?
My favorite show?
On Netflix, yeah.
Honey, Bridgerton.
I was going to say that, Sean. I would have answered it. I could have answered it for you. I was going to tell it. I was going like this. I was like, I can answer that. I can answer that. Bridgerton. She was talking about Shonda Rhimes show.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I am addicted. I can't wait for season 2. I'm just sitting here.
Like, yes.
I didn't see it. I haven't seen that show.
Oh man, you have to.
You
will be addicted to it. It's just
Miss Rhimes. That's a bad chick.
She is.
Chick.
Yes.
For sure.
I like what
the way her range is. I don't want to get off topic like I always do, but her range of topics and shows is just like. And the way she writes,
I don't think it's nothing she can't pull off. I won't be surprised if she hits with a horror. If she hits with a horror, because
that's my genre.
Yeah,
that's my genre. Horror.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, I'll just say the guy that she chose for the lead. Well, all the guys in there so far are pretty good looking.
Yes.
That doesn't hurt the show either.
I heard SoulfulT reviewing that show. She talked about the men. I was like,
that's how you know it's time for a homegirl to date.
I feel you. I'm right here with you. I'm right here with you. So when you talked about how you always love movies and shows, but now it's like work, that's the way we feel about the political show we do. We always have to watch things. People always want they say, why don't you do a show on this? Why don't you do a show on that? But these things take time, and some of them cost money. We have to subscribe to different newsletters. We have to read up. We have to take notes. We have to plan weeks in advance to say, okay, if I'm going to talk about something, I want to know what I'm talking about.
Right.
So the same thing with you now. You're starting to see how you doing movie reviews. Let me tell you, when we were doing the political reviews, looking at the speeches, the speeches and stuff, we were getting so upset.
Wow.
I think that's very upsetting when you think about the police stuff that happens, the new laws that they this, and what are they doing now to Black folks. It can make you really upset.
Right.
So you invest in a lot of your time in movies now. I know you're still going to love them, but it is work. It is a lot of work to do the movie reviews.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but like I said, I enjoy it because I still get to watch. Because remember, I get to tell them what to watch, so I still get to pick the movies, and so I want to make it enjoyable for myself. It is anything that you turn into put on YouTube. I tell everybody, you get 20 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe 13 minutes. But guess what? It took me 2 hours to prepare this meal. You got what was edited out. You know, you didn't get where I had to go to the grocery store. I had to chop and prep, set up, and, you know, so I like to tell everybody, it is a lot of work in doing YouTube, but it is an end game. It pays off. It really do. It pays off in the end, but you got to be passionate about what you do to make it successful.
That's even the reason why what you just said is the reason why I don't think I ever really clicked dislike for a video, even if I didn't like it, because I know the person took their time and they took their energy. So I just didn't watch it, or I just went off of it or something. But to take the time to click dislike, I think the video has to be about something evil that really made me angry. Like you talking about race, or you talking about killing somebody or hurting somebody, maybe I would dislike that. But when people do something and you don't like it, a cooking video or something like that, to click dislike, the person spent their time.
I think people like those dislikes too. It's like, as long as you're watching, like SoulfulT said, and you're taking the time to engage with the channel, hey, click like, dislike, as long as you're watching, subscribing, and doing all.
Because I think I told them one time before, and someone told me, no, I don't know how you do it. Because I said, okay, I get the dislikes, I get the hater comments, but guess what? They took the time to watch it. So guess what? You just gave me some coins. You gave me view time. You looked at the commercials, I guess. You know, your comment counts, the dislike. I mean, so at the end of the day, I'm not mad at you.
Keep it coming.
You
Keep it coming.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep it coming. Well, I have one last question. I know I've been asking a lot of questions too.
Tim.
One last question. If you had a magic wand and you can use it to produce anything or get anything or do anything that you wanted to do, what would that one thing be?
Right now, probably take away my mom's cancer. That's above everything right now. Everything else come in time. I could do on my own. If I had a wand, my mom would not be in the pain that she's in. So basically, that's what I'll do.
I actually like that answer, because cancer affects so many people and there's no cure. There's studies being done all the time, but there's no cure, and it affects and hurts so many different families. So I actually like that answer.
They need a support group for that, for cancer people, that families. Like my sister had cancer.
I'm a gushy person. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I hate crying.
No.
I like that.
My sister had cancer, and it was just the hardest thing to watch when you watch a loved one suffering.
It's hard to watch her be in pain because, you know, even though I said we've been through a whole lot and now we have joy in my life, my mom she's a hard woman. She's a tough nut to crack. And I never really seen my mom as far as cry or call on the phone and say, I'm hurting, I'm in pain. You know, I never seen her so vulnerable. And, you know, it's a whole different side of her that I'm seeing. And so what she's going through, it's affecting her, but it's affecting the family too. Because, you know, I get emotional because it's nothing I could do for her. You know, I only could like lend an ear and say, you know, it's going to be okay. God got us. But you know, it's nothing I could do. So that wand, oh my God, I wish it was real, right?
My God. I wish you could, you know, do you guys, after when it's maybe you get some support group going or some, I don't know. I know at one time when I had went through my hysterectomy, I went and did Hyster Sisters, the website, and that was so supportive because everybody on there had the same issues. So I hope she's getting some support from somebody, because I mean, we're praying. You got your soul praying, you have family praying, everybody's praying for her, but she's definitely she seemed like a strong woman. She seems like a strong woman.
She's determined. She's really determined, because like she said, I gotta see my grandbabies, and she ain't talking about my children, because she done dumped my kids to the side. Okay, my kids is gone. See, when she say grandbabies, trust and believe, she talking about that daggone Sahara and NIE. That's all she worried about, and she buys them and she gives them anything. Wow. So I told my kids, I said, y'all short. She's like, oh, they're my grandchildren, but it's over for them. I'm done.
That's funny.
Wow.
That is so funny.
Yeah. Oh. Magic wand really touched me. Your magic wand wish. Because I was thinking, I know you want to move to Texas. I was thinking Texas.
Yeah. Something fun. I thought it was going to be something that wasn't going to make me cry, but I like that was something that was so heartfelt and honest and true that, I mean, I would give my magic wand to you if I had one. So
man. Wow. We thank you so much for coming on with us, SoulfulT.
This was so much fun, guys. I am so glad. I know your channel now. Hey, now I got to look at politics. I ain't got to talk about coming, y'all.
Come here.
About it all day.
Come here. We try to keep it fun. We try to keep it interesting, because we know that it's not an issue that everybody want to talk about. So we just try to keep it fun. Yeah. And we're going to definitely keep watching you as you blog and share your life and share no matter how many days a week you post. If you decide one, I know at one point you was talking about you had to revamp or rethink your channel, especially with your challenges, but it seemed like you're going back up again. But I'm enjoying the movie reviews. I really am enjoying the movie reviews, TV show reviews. And SoulfulT, I just thank you so much for coming on. You guys, I'm so glad you came to sit with us today. We wanted to celebrate women.
And I wanted not to interrupt you, because I meant to say it when you first came on. I meant to say thank you, because I never know who buys my flower. And you said the flower was the bomb, so I'm thinking in my head, oh, she must have bought it before. So thank you for your support on that. Thank you so much.
Your product, I mean, I know you had do you still have the cookbook? Is it still out?
I don't know what's going on with this cookbook. It's on Amazon, but it seems like it's not on there. A lot of people saying they're having a hard time to get it or download it. I'll go to, I have a special area as the author to order it, but when I go through the straight Amazon, I'm not seeing it, so I'm not sure what's going on. I have to contact them about that.
Okay, well, whatever you have anything else?
No.
Well, after the flour, I have SoulfulT complete pancake and waffle mixes coming out.
Oh, when?
Yes. Well, right now we're working with a manufacturing company with the flour. I'm hoping to bring the flour back by early spring or the beginning of the summer. Now the pancake mix will probably be out by the fall, just because we have already done all the testing. I have already gave it to people who love it. But I want to try to really concentrate on my flour now, getting on the market, being on the market to see how the sales go. And then once we see the results of that, then we'll kind of move the pancake mix in. But the pancake mix has already been, the mix is ready.
Okay.
We don't, only thing we got to do when we're ready to put it out there, we know what we need to do, because I worked on it for 3 months trying to get this pancake mix together. And so it's done.
Wow.
The recipe is ready.
That's going to be so exciting. I know you did it in one of your brunch videos. You did a waffle or pancake. You did waffles, I think.
I did waffle, yeah.
So is the mix going to be a pancake waffle mix, or it's going to be pancake mix?
It's going to be a pancake and waffle complete mix. All you have to do is use water or milk. When I make pancake mix, I love to use milk because it make it more fluffier.
Okay.
But I do see a lot of recipes say, oh, you just add water, because you may not always have milk. Right. So I created the recipe with that either or. You don't need no oil. You don't need no egg. It's a complete mix.
Beautiful.
And it came out great.
You guys be looking for that. trust me, looking for that. And I know you're going to do great things, whatever it is you're doing. And I'm really happy to have had you come on here today. Thank you so much for joining us on this show.
Yes, thank you.
All right, we're out. All right, and we're out, guys. Bye.